Okay, welcome to episode 5 of the Crazy Viking Cooks in Mexico. Today is actually prep day for tomorrow. We're going to be doing a barbecue beef brisket on the grill. And to do that, the first step is to create a rub. I have 2 pounds of beef brisket already oiled up with olive oil on both sides. And I have created a rub. And rather than make it in front of you, it contains 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of cumin powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of mustard powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and a half teaspoon of black pepper. So obviously it really wasn't much to show on the camera, so I just made it in advance. So I'm going to put roughly half the contents on the top and rub it in, making sure to cover all sides, including the side of the brisket. Got to make sure you got enough on there. And then I flip it over and we pour on the other half. Make sure that we get it covered liberally. Some of it's going on the counter, but we can figure that out. And oh, by the way, instead of scotch this morning, I'm having a black cup of coffee. Just to show you that I don't drink at all hours of the day. The other thing that we're going to be making for this meal is crab mac and cheese. Okay, I think we've got it pretty well covered. Now what we do is we take the brisket and we put it in saran wrap or plastic wrap. And I'm going to pour the extra rub on top. And then we are going to wrap it up and put it in the oven, or not the oven, in the refrigerator overnight, and it will go on the grill for approximately 4 hours, slow cooking, and then it will be resting for 2 hours, but we'll get into that later. Thanks for watching and stay tuned. Welcome back to part 2 of episode 5 of the Crazy Viking Cooks, and the meal is beef brisket. We previously rubbed down the brisket with the rub and put it in the refrigerator, and it's going to be there until tomorrow. And now we're making the barbecue sauce that's going to be used in the cooking tomorrow. So we start off with 2 cloves of garlic. We take half a cup of apple cider vinegar. And then we take 1.5 cups of ketchup, which, as it turns out, is the contents of this bottle of ketchup. And then we add half a cup of brown sugar, which is here, half a cup of brown sugar. And then we add, I don't have this memorized because I want to make sure I get it right, 2 teaspoons each of black pepper and onion powder, which has been combined together here. And then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, which is right here, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And the last ingredient is 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. So we're going to put that in there. We're going to mix it all up, and then we're going to put it on the stove to simmer for 30 minutes covered. And then we're going to set it aside until we do the barbecuing tomorrow. I'm very excited. See you later. Welcome back to the Crazy Viking Cooks in Mexico, episode 5, where we're going to be doing beef brisket. The meat has been in the refrigerator marinating for 24 hours. We're now about to put the barbecue sauce on the brisket, and then we're going to be putting it on the barbecue for approximately 5 hours. The barbecue has been set to 225 degrees to allow for slow cooking. Just going to turn this over. And I will be putting on more barbecue sauce from time to time when I check on the temperature of the meat. But for now, that will do. I want to put the meat on indirect heat, so I've got the two side burners on, and I put the meat in the center. And now I'm going to let it cook for about 5 hours. We'll see you when we come back. Okay, so now we're wrapping the brisket in foil to let it continue to cook and rest, and let the flavors begin. And we're also going to, I know this seems kind of weird, but what the heck, that's how we do it. We're going to wrap it in a blanket to keep the heat in, and we'll take it out in roughly 2 hours. See you then. Don't forget, always give the likey finger when you see the video. Okay, so we're in the final stage of the beef brisket. We're going to unwrap it from the towel. So it's been in here for just over 2 hours, and I am so excited. Oh boy. Does this look great or what? I'm going to take this off and put it on the cutting board. And then in a little while, I will slice it up relatively thin pieces, and it's going to be delicious. We will be showing the second part of the meal in part 2, which is the crab meat, macaroni and cheese. See you shortly.